Good morning, beautiful people. Welcome to day 58 of our year of yoga. Another beautiful day in paradise. Today's practice is a fully closed eye practice, if you can. So I'm going to make sure my instructions are very clear for you as we bring our hands to heart center and set our intention for the day. Sitting tall in the seated position, raising our shoulders up to our ears and then dropping them away. Again, raising them up, dropping them away, releasing any tension. Raising them up one more time, dropping them away, letting them fall heavy. Maybe doing a few shoulder rolls. Interlacing the fingers, turning them inside out in front of us. Then raising them up above our head. And then bringing them back in front and turning them in the other way to give our shoulders a beautiful stretch. So the palms are facing the face. And then taking them across to the right, keeping the arms straight, back to center. Taking them across to the left, back to center. We're just going to roll through this sequence a couple of times to the right, feeling the stretch through the shoulders and the scapula, to the center, to the left, continuing to breathe through these transitions, and then placing the hands back on the knees. We're going to do some box breathing now. So imagining the shape of a box, and each side of the box is a count of 4. So we're going to inhale for a count of 4, hold for a count of 4, exhale for a count of 4, hold for a count of 4. Inhale, hold, exhale, hold. Let's slow it down now. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Continue to go at your own pace, feeling a sense of calmness wash over you as you fill your body with air. Coming from a place of gratitude that we're still here, still breathing each day. And what a miracle that is. Taking a big deep breath in now, so hands come overhead. Planting the right hand down on the mat, left hand coming up and over. Inhaling, exhaling to the left side, planting down through the left hand. Right arm comes up and over. Inhaling, exhaling to the other side. It's almost like a ballet pose up the top with the arms. Over to the left, keeping the eyes closed down, and back to center. Big deep breath in now. Exhaling as we forward fold over our crossed legs. You can stay up on the forearms here, or you can bring the head down to rest gently on top of the arms. Taking a few deep breaths. Relaxing the entire body. Eyes are closed. By doing this entire practice with our eyes closed, we're taking away one of our major senses, which is limiting the information that's coming in, which is going to allow you to be more present in your practice today. So stick with it all the way through if you can, as we push back up onto our hands. We're going to cross the legs the other way now. Taking a big deep breath in, raising our arms above our head, and exhaling as we forward fold over our crossed legs. Forearms are out in front, fingers are spread wide, or you can cross the arms and gently rest the forearm on top of the arms. So just trusting the process today, just surrendering, letting go. There's no right or wrong with these poses, so just listen to the instructions and do the best that you can. Because I really want you to immerse yourself in the practice today and give your body, mind, and spirit the best opportunity to really switch off from external influences. Sitting tall now, taking our arms out in a T shape. We're going to shift the upper body to the right. Exhaling, inhaling to the left. So our lower body is staying still and we're just shifting the upper body, reaching that right arm right over to the side and then the left arm. Inhaling, exhaling to the right. Inhaling, exhaling to the left. Back to center. Now we're just going to take our arms and run them in a semicircle in front of us. Bringing our arms overhead, sweeping them on the floor in front. Bringing them overhead to the right side, sweeping them in front. This big semicircle, and then in the other direction. Fingertips are running along the floor in front of us. Big semicircle, arms over to the left, big semicircle in front, and then back up, back to center. Resting our hands on the mat as we come into tabletop position now. So knees under our hips, wrists under our elbows, which are under our shoulders. And we're going to come into a fluid cat-cow. So breathing in as we roll the head back, dropping the hips back to the heels. Inhaling as we take the back and the spine in the opposite direction, curling through to cat, dropping our head back. We're moving our whole body. Exhaling into cat, inhaling into cow, dropping the hips to the heels, rounding back through up onto our wrists. Just find your own flow with this. A couple more times. Keeping the eyes closed down. And then back to center. Taking the knees wide now, we're going to drop the sit bones to the heels as we come into child's pose. Taking our arms out long. Our forehead is resting gently on the mat. And we're going to breathe deeply into our diaphragm as we fill it with oxygen. And on the exhale, letting it all out. Big deep breath in. Feel, 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 feel. And then exhaling. Letting it completely go. Finding your own rhythm with your breath here. Feeling completely relaxed and completely present. Gently coming up into tabletop position again. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. We're going to bend our left leg up towards the sky, tilting our head back, and then bringing the knee and the nose together under the body. Taking that leg high towards the sky, keeping the knee bent, and then bringing it under the body again towards the nose. And do this 5 times. Taking it back, knee bent, getting this beautiful curve in the back, and then curling under the body. Once you've done your 5th one, bring that knee in between the hands and then drop the upper body over the bent knee, taking the right leg long behind the body, almost in a pigeon pose, and then gently resting the forehead onto the forearms. So the left leg's not out on a 90-degree angle. The left leg is actually bent underneath the body. Your foot should feel this beautiful stretch through the leg. And then just melting the upper body over the left leg as we take a moment to rest here. Breathing deeply, eyes closed. And then slowly coming back up onto the forearms, back into tabletop. Coming back into tabletop position now, we're going to take our arms long and melt our chest towards the floor in puppy dog pose, gently resting the forehead on the mat. Hips are still above our knees and our shins and feet are resting on the mat. Should feel a beautiful stretch through the thoracic part of the back. Eyes are still closed. Feeling relaxed and relishing the darkness. Fingertips are spread wide. And then slowly coming back to tabletop as we take our right leg bent towards the sky this time. Bending our head back and then curling the knee and the nose to meet underneath the body. Sending the right leg back, dropping the stomach towards the earth and then curling underneath. Inhaling as we take that leg back, exhaling as we curl under the body. One more time. And then bending the right knee underneath the body between the hands. Taking the hands long and dropping that left leg straight out behind the body. And then bending the forearms over each other while we rest our forehead on top of our arms. Breathing deeply. Relaxing the entire body. Breathing into any tight spots. Feeling fully present and connected with your physical self. You can feel every part of the body that has a connection point to your mat. Top of your feet, your knee, your shin, your forearms. And gently coming back up onto our hands, back into tabletop, bringing the knees together this time. We're coming into a closed-legged child's pose as we sit down on our heels, taking our arms beside our legs, hands on top of our feet as we gently rest our forehead on the mat. Breathing deeply and purposefully into the body. Curled up in this beautiful little ball. Hopefully you're feeling at one, or a sense of oneness. One more round of breath. And then gently coming up into a kneeling position. We're going to breathe in, taking our arms high and then circling them in front of the body in a semicircle, bringing them over to the right again. Feeling our fingertips as they run along the mat in front of us in this big, beautiful semicircle, and then back the other way from the right side to the left. Arms up and over, and then sweeping them along the floor in front of us in this big circular motion. Back to center, placing the hands down in front and then sweeping them back in this beautiful sort of child's pose movement, if you like, bringing them forward and then shifting them back, bringing them forward and then into tabletop position. Coming over into a seated pose now, into our boat pose. So dropping the shoulders away from the ears, legs are parallel with the floor as we sit on our sit bones in this beautiful V shape, and then gently bringing the entire body down onto the mat. Bringing the feet towards the bottom, soles of the feet are on the mat. We're going to tilt the pelvis towards the face, and then taking the chest high, we're going to create a curve underneath us, tilting the pelvis, and then creating a curve as we raise the chest towards the sky. Pelvis tilt, and then chest. 2 more times in your own pace, keeping the eyes closed, finding some fluidity with this movement. Beautiful. Then crossing the right leg over the left, keeping them both bent, and then dropping the left knee towards the right side of the body. Arms are out to the side. You're getting this beautiful twist in the lower part of the back. The right knee is gently pulling the left knee towards the earth. Coming back to center, crossing the left knee over the right, and gently pulling the right knee towards the earth on the left side of the body. 2 more rounds of breath. Coming back to center. Hugging the knees in towards the chest. And then crossing the feet. We're going to do some body rocks here. So rocking up and then back onto the spine, rocking up. Giving the back a little bit of a massage, keeping the eyes closed down. And then gently resting the soles of the feet onto the mat, taking the feet wide and letting the knees fall heavy in towards each other. As we come into our final resting pose, Savasana. If you want to take the legs long, you can. Otherwise, maintain the integrity of the spine and keep it connected fully with the mat in this pose. Palms are face up to generate energy, vitality, and abundance. And just letting everything go in this moment. You don't need to think anything. You don't need to be anything. You don't need to see anything. It's just you and your mat. I'm going to be here for about 5 minutes. So switch off. Move along any thoughts that pop into your head. And as time passes, just feel yourself getting lighter and lighter. as the same sense of calmness washes over your entire body. And you just feel all the tension and stress leave. Which gives your body permission to fully relax. And what a gift that is to give yourself on this beautiful day. As you continue to relax, hopefully you've enjoyed this closed eye practice today, which was all about union with the body, mind, and spirit, and how you can relate internally first and then externally. It's about living consciously rather than with ego and connecting to something greater. Practicing yoga daily is a spiritual process of self-realization and connection to the divine, God, universe, source energy, whatever you call it. Today we've practiced mindful yoga, and it emphasizes the presence through body, both in movement and in stillness, and into consciousness of body, speech, mind, and heart. As we bring some movement into the body now, rolling over to one side, keeping those eyes closed down, crossing our legs, sitting tall, taking a moment to check in and remembering that mindfulness is a way of life. It's about living with purpose and kindness, and cultivates intentional qualities to live by, to create a more balanced, peaceful, and inspired life. As we bring our hands to our third eye, may we have kind and loving thoughts today. As we lower them to our lips, may we speak kind and loving words today. As we lower them to our heart space, may we have kind and loving intentions today. Namaste.